The honourable member for Dartmouth North.
Mr. Speaker, my question is for the Minister of Labour and Advanced Education. We know that across Canada, racialized people earn an average of 87 cents for every dollar that their white peers make, and that for racialized women, that gap is even more significant at 67 cents to the dollar. Mr. Speaker, can the Minister of Labour and Advanced Education tell us how much racialized people who work full-time year-round in Nova Scotia make compared to a white male in the same situation?
The Honourable Minister of Labour and Advanced Education.
Mr. Speaker, I wouldn't want to give the wrong information. I will get that exact gap for the member. I can say that the gender wage gap in this province is 88 cents. It has been increasing, and that is an area that we are focused on having improvements. In the area of African Nova Scotians, Mi'kmaq, there is a wage gap, and that's why we have various programs in the Department of LAE, which I would encourage people, and especially in this House, to know about them so you can tell your constituents. We have Pathways to Shipbuilding, where we've had graduation class of females, we've had graduation class of Mi'kmaq, we've had graduation class of African Nova Scotians, and as people in their communities, and this has been reported back to me directly, see other people in their communities in this roles, they strive for those. Our Premier has done an incredible job in terms of bringing gender parity to the benches, and I think all young women will see themselves in those roles to become a judge in the future. And as well, Mr. Speaker, there's been a lot of minorities who have been put on the bench as well, and I think that's a positive for this province. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The member for Dartmouth North.
Mr. Speaker, we have laws around pay equity to ensure that there is no disparity in pay between employees who do the same or similar work based on their sex. Earlier this year, a review of Nova Scotia labour standards regime recommended improving our legislation to guarantee pay equity for all employees, regardless of their employment status, race or ethnicity, ability or disability, or age, in addition to their gender. Mr. Speaker, will the minister support the suggested amendment to our Labour Standards Act?
The Honourable Minister of Labour.
Mr. Speaker, as I had said before, these are areas that we are working on, and legislation has been brought in, and it will continue to be brought in as evidence proves that it will actually reduce the gender wage gap and as well racialized differences. As the member speaks, she is correct that it is illegal to pay one person a lower amount or a different amount based on their race. What I can say is that where the difference in wage gap happens is globally. So globally, people in these marginalized positions are making a lower wage, and that's also why in our Graduate Opportunities Program, we have allowed in our Graduate Opportunities Programs, we have bonuses for people who are minorities. We have bonuses for people who are in underrepresented groups. And what that will do is ensure that they get their first job, because if those people are being racialized from the start of their careers, if we can get them into their first job, that will also in the future help eliminate that wage gap, Mr. Speaker.